In today's session, we'll look at the IIM Bangalore's UG programs and the details about it, which I would have shared it with the group as well. So I just wanted to dive deep into it. Let's discuss the things that we know so far. Okay, because as far as IIM Bangalore's all these programs are concerned, not a lot of details are discussed. I mean, pretty much we know a lot of it, but there are few uncertainties as well. There are a few doubts which we'll eventually get to know as there. Down the line. Okay, we'll also know about that as well. Fine. So when it comes to our IIM Bangalore's UG management programs, they offer three different programs actually. Hope you guys know about that. What are the three different programs? Very good. The BBA, DBE, and the BSc Honors in Economics and BSc Honors in Data Sciences. These are the three programs that they offer. What about the BBA in digital business and entrepreneurship? What do you guys know about? It's an online program. That's not a residential program. Okay, so you would be doing it in online. So that is the reason what I would recommend is BBADB is not something that you guys should look into. It's the other two programs. And those are very, very important because they offer a fully residential normal UG program. And both these programs are actually fully residential and you have flexible exit options as well. You guys know about the flexible exit option? Okay, the national education policy, which was, from 2019, they came up with this plan. The plan is the students should have flexibility to exit the course in the third year. If not, they can do it at the end of fourth year also. So these two programs have flexible exit options. So for example, if it is BSc Honors in Economics, so at the end of third year also, you can be like, boss, I'm done, just leave me. They'll give you a degree that says BSc Economics. Okay. And you can also exit at the end of 4 years. In that case, they'll give you BSc Economics Honors with research. Where the fourth year, they have not specified that yet, but ideally that's what happens. With the fourth year, you'll choose the domain and you'll work on that domain. You'll do research on that domain. That's what the fourth year is going to be. Now, let's understand what is the reason why we have this flexible exit options so that you can have flexibility as to what you want to do down the line in your career. Let's say, for example, after your BSc in economics, you want to do MSc in economics or else you want to do MBA. In all those cases, what you would ideally do, you would write entrance exams like CAT, JAT and all that. Now, because of this flexible exit options, even at the end of third year also, you can write the entrance exam. If you get a good college, you can just exit in the third year and start, or else you can do it at the end of fourth year also. So you have 2 years, you have two opportunities right now. So that's one good thing about it. So before diving deep into these two UG programs, I wanted to start with the BBA, DBE that they offer. We have already told you BBA, DBE, it's a dynamic blend of academic learning, personal growth. The most important point that you need to remember is this is an online program. Okay, 1 second. Where is that mentioned? With live online sessions, personalized mentorships, hands-on projects, students and all. But the most important this is a live online program and the details about it is already given. If you guys are interested in it, what is the entrance exam that you need to write? There are three ways in which you guys can get in. One is using the IMB's entrance test that they offer. This is the first way, or else the second way is using your CUET UG general test. You guys know about the CUET, right? Okay. So CUET is UG's general test. Okay. And the third way is using your JW main score. Okay. So these are the three ways in which you guys can apply. And all the details I've shared you guys the link over WhatsApp as well. Now we guys need to dive in detail about the BSc Honors Economics and the BSc Honors Data Science program they're offering right now. And interestingly, what their IIM Bangalore is planning to do is down the line by 2027. Okay, so you guys are actually 2026. So you are 2027 batch. So for 2026 students, you guys just have these two courses. But for 2027, they are planning to bring in two more courses. Apart from the BSc Honors in Economics and BSc Honors in Data Sciences, they are planning to bring in two more courses, which is Sustainability Management. One is Sustainability Management and the other one is Environmental Relations, something like that. I'm not able to recall the names. Okay. One was about sustainable development, and the other was environmental science or something. So these two courses are also planning to come up. And the most important thing is they see the first DB is an online course, so you don't need a separate infrastructure for that as much. So because they are planning to bring in this BSc Honors Economics and BSc Honors Data Sciences, both these are in-campus courses. You need infrastructure for that. So what IIM Bangalore has done is they are planning to create a new campus, which will obviously be done by 2025's December, as in within 2 to 3 months, the campus would be completely set. The first point, this is a new campus inside IIM Bangalore, but a new campus, new infrastructure altogether. And their target is with just these two courses. As of now, the intake is 40 in each. So put together only 80 seats or vacancies are available. But their target is by 2031, they want to scale it to 600 students, 300 per batch. So that's what they are planning to. So which means what is the investment and the pipeline that they have. So this is going to be a big thing. But as of now, they just started. Okay, so new campus and all that. Fine. So what are the things that we need to know? So the first course is BSc Honors in Economics major. So the first course, your major would be in economics, but you'll do your minor in data science and business studies. But in the second course, data science is the major, economics and business studies are the minors. So these are the two courses. Done. And what are the catches here? So the first catch is that math has to be mandatory in your class 12th. So in your class 12th, you should have a subject that is math. Now the obvious question is, sir, is it supposed to be core math or is it any math? Okay, they are not specified, but from what I understand, how all the other entrance exams happens, so it can either be math or applied math, a subject that says math in it. That's it. So they should be fine with it. So I don't see a problem there. And the other doubt that you guys might have is, say, for example, if any of you guys have looked into the BCom honors of Delhi University or BBA in Delhi University, which is done under the entrance exam called CUET UG, there again, certain courses have this specification. To apply for this course, you need to have had math in your class 12th. But in all such cases, predominantly, there is also an exception where you should have had math or else statistics. Okay. So now the obvious question is, sir, I have statistics. Is that enough for this? I don't think so, because if that had been the case, they should have mentioned it, because there they have mentioned math/statistics. Here, no such mentions. So you should have had math. So that's the first catch. And the next is, as I've told you, you guys have flexible exit option. So you can choose as to when you want to exit. So either in the third year or the fourth year. So this is a fully residential program and 40 intake per course. And the fee is going to be 8.5 lakhs per annum for the first 2 years. Okay. Now the obvious question, what is it going to be in the third year and the fourth years? So I would recommend, I would think it is somewhere going to be in the same range of 10 at max, but it could change. There is obviously going to be a change. Okay, but it's not going to increase that much. So that's ideally what we need to understand. And for these two courses, there is going to be a separate entrance exam. IIM Bangalore's UG admission test. The applications are going to open from 10th of October. They just announced it a couple of days back, but applications are going to open from 10th of October, and you guys can apply up until 20th of November. So typically we have 1 month and 10 days to apply. Okay. And for any application, not just IIM Bangalore, for any application, what I would ideally recommend is don't apply on the first 2 to 3 days. Always there is a glitch. For example, a glitch could be, what is your 12 score? That is marked with a star, which basically means you have to fill the score. How do you fill the score if you have not written your 12 score yet? 12th exams. So those are glitches. So what happens in the first 2 days? A lot of people try to apply, then they drop a mail to the IIM Bangalore saying, boss, this is happening, what should I do and all that, and then they'll realize and they'll change it. So in the first 2 days, just go and look at what are the things that are asked, which will also be able to share it with you guys. We'll do that as a separate session if possible. But my ideal recommendation, not for the first few days. After a week, fine. Okay, we'll also guide you guys as to how to apply and all that. That's fine. Now, the exam is going to happen on 13th of December, which is a Saturday. And more importantly, this is the first UG management entrance exam that is going to happen in December. All your IP maths, JIP maths, your IIM Code's VMS exam, your Symbiosis, your Christ, your NMIMS, everything happened after your 12 boards, typically in your April, May types. Now they are trying to bring this just like your CLAT entrance exam in your December itself. And what I really found it interesting was, see, even they realized they have announced it a bit late. Okay. And the date that they chose, I found it interesting. They chose a Saturday. Ideally, see, if it's an entrance exam after your 12 boards, nobody cares what day of the week it is. Okay, if it happens before, ideally what happens? All these entrance exams, they try to fit in a Sunday. They they don't want to trouble you with your school works and all that. That's ideally how all these entrance exams work. But they went into a lot of trouble to fix in a Saturday. Okay, that was interesting move for me. The reason their target is not just the students who are writing the UG management entrance exam. Their target is all students, as in the students who are also writing their law entrance exams. Okay. And ironically, 14th of December, which is the Sunday, the next day after this, they have a law entrance exam on that day. So I think that is one of the main reasons, or else, see, they could have postponed it to the next Sunday, but they have Symbiosis entrance exam on that day. They could have preponed it to the previous Sunday, which is 7th of December. CLAT happens on 7th of December. So pretty much all the Sundays are taken, or else they should have pushed it to Jan, which means their entry would take a lot of time. Okay, so that is the reason they were like, okay, boss, just let's be done with it. Let's put it on a Saturday. So that's what they have done. And the interview window is going to be from 22nd Jan, and it is going to be in-person interviews. Unlike your Symbiosis interview, which happens online, you guys can take it from the comfort of your homes. But this is going to be an in-person interview. Now, the next obvious question is, so where is these interviews going to happen? Okay, for example, in all these cases, you have to go in person. But not in all cases, you have to go to the actual campus. But in our case, because we are in Tamil Nadu, Bangalore is near, it's not that far. But what ideally happens is, let's say, for example, a guy taking from Punjab or Delhi, so they have to fly all the way to Bangalore to take up that interview. So ideally, what happens is they will have multiple interview centers. All those people who are planning to attend the interview from the south, they'll have to go to this center. All the people who are going to attend it from the north, they have to go to a Delhi's hotel somewhere. Okay, that's ideally how it happens. That's how your IP match also work. Okay, so that's ideally what I am uh, looking forward to, because they mentioned in-person interview, they did not say in-campus interview. Okay, unlike your Christ is an in-campus interview, in person, but it also happens in campus. You have to go to a Christ campus. They did not mention that, so it has to happen somewhere. Okay, and the offer release date is going to be 28th of Feb. So which means by the time you guys receive the offers, you guys wouldn't have completed your 12 boards. Okay. So the offer letter would say provisional admission. So that basically means, boss, you have cleared everything that we asked you of. So you got the admission, just go and pass your 12 boards, you'll have the seat. If they are releasing the 12th, I mean, if they are releasing the offer letter before your 12th board exams get over, which obviously means they're not going to look at your 12 board scores at all. So it doesn't matter whether you got 61% or 99%, it's going to be the same for that. Okay. And the acceptance letter is going to be done by 31st March. And the waitlist results will be from 15th of April. What is this waitlist results? You have to understand. Say, for example, there are only 40 seats in per course. So put together, there are only 80 students who are going to get the seats. So let's say, for example, in the ranking, let's say I am at 100th rank. So obviously, in the first list, my name will not be there. I'm not in the top 100. So what happens? First, the top 80 people would be given the seats. They'll be like, okay, boss, congrats, you got the seat. Now, what should the guy who receives the offer do? They should pay the fee and confirm the seat. Yeah. Not the 8.5 lakhs, the first semester at least. That's ideally how all these colleges work. Not just IIMs, all these colleges. you should pay first semester's fee or else some admission fee, something of that sort. You should block the seat, but it is always there in lakhs. It's always in lakhs, not the 50,000 wala part and all that. It's always in lakhs. And the beauty is you can block the seat, but before the college starts, let's say 1 month before the college starts, if you just say, boss, I'm not no longer interested in joining your college, they'll have to refund the entire fee that you have paid. So with some exceptions, some 10,000 or some 15,000 or they can withhold as some processing fee, but they have to withhold, I mean, release the rest. That's the NEP policy. You don't have to worry about it. Now, what is this wait list? Say, for example, the top 80 students were given the seat, and one guy was like, no, boss, I just wrote my CLAT and I think I will get a good college there. I don't think I'm going to join the IIM Bangalore's UG management program. So we will no longer accept the seat. Will not even pay the fee to block the seat. So that seat goes to the next guy in the waiting list. So that is this wait list results. Okay. And the program begins only in August of 2026. So good thing is by August, you guys, I mean, will get to know all the results of your IP match as well. Okay. And let's say, for example, by December, once the results come out, you are thinking, sir, I got the seat of IIM Bangalore's BSc Economics honors, but I'm also writing IP Mat Indoor in the May types. So what if I get a seat there? Okay, what should I do? Because this is a BSc, very good course, not denying, but that's an IPM. Okay, so whatever I'm going to do here, I'm BBA plus MBA is actually what I actually look forward to. So in that case, you have the option of, I mean, choosing even after the IPM indoor results come out. But the only thing is you should have paid the fee. That's the only thing. Okay. What are the things that we also need to look at is your requirements. The first requirement is as of 2026, you should be of 20 years age or younger. And I hope pretty much all of you guys would fall into this category. And the academic requirement, successful completion of class 12th or equivalent from a recognized board. So they just said completion. They did not say you should have had 60%, 70% and all that. Just pass. That's all I need. Okay. And math as a subject in class 12th is mandatory for both the majors, as in the economics major and the data science major. For both these, math is mandatory. But as I've told you guys already, they did not mention core math. So as far as it's applied math or core math or your business math, I don't think that's going to matter. But you should have had math. So statistics cannot be a substitute. But ideally, if you look at it, statistics is the basics of your data science. Okay, but they mentioned math, so we should actually go with it. Okay, and you should have secured a minimum of 60% of marks in class 10th. I hope pretty much all of you guys fall into this category because that's the bare minimum. Okay, so the reason why I said, in spite of the fact that statistics is the basics for your data science, and still they did not mention that. So this has happened in a lot of cases. Just yesterday, one of my students applied for the NMIMS MBA program. Okay, so there is a separate MBA program in NMIMS for MBA in data analytics. Okay, so ideally, who's the person who would do MBA in data analytics? A person who has done UG in data analytics, correct? Okay, but there were certain criteria mentioned. The criteria is where you should have done BCom or BE and some other courses. But a guy who did BCom in data analytics was not eligible because that was not mentioned as one of the eligible UG criteria to apply for this course. A BCom in data analytics is not eligible, but a BSc in data analytics was eligible for that program. So certain criteria would happen. You just have to deal with it. There is no other book. Now, talking about the entrance exam, what else do we know about the entrance exam? It's going to be a 2-hour test. But how many questions? 60 MCQs. There are no short answer questions at all. Now, the first thing that I would look at is, for every single question, I'm getting 2 marks. Unlike the symbiosis where I just get, I mean, for every single question, I'm getting 1 minute. Whereas in symbiosis, I just have 1 minute. Whereas here, I have 2 minutes per question. So ideally, the questions are going to be a bit more difficult. Okay, that's quite obvious because they are not forced to give you 2 minutes for every single question. Okay, the questions are going to be a bit difficult, but not as much as your IP Mat Indoor. That's what I expect. Because if you look at IPM at Indore, your short answers for 15 questions, you have 45 minutes. It's almost 2 minutes and 40 seconds per question. So I don't think that's going to be the case. So the difficulty level, I am expecting it to be bit more than Symbiosis level, but bit less than the Indore level. That's what I'm expecting it to. Okay. And what are the sections that you're going to be tested on? It's going to be on English comprehension. They've mentioned English comprehension. So is it just going to be reading comprehension, or do we have the verbal ability questions like your parajumbles, your grammar, your vocabulary questions? I don't think you're going to get that. It's going to be comprehension based questions. That's what we're expecting, because they did not mention the syllabus right after that. So ideally they would mention the syllabus, but they did not mention. So yes. Actually, it should happen down the line. So, in a lot of cases, what happens when the exams happen for the first time, a lot of these colleges they would release the sample papers so that we'll have an idea. But I don't think IIM Bangalore is going to do that. The reason I am saying that is because they did not do that for the IIM BBA DB. They just we are just going to get to know you guys are our lab rats for the next batch students. Okay, so we'll get to know by 13th of December. That's what I'm expecting, because based on how IIM Bangalore works. Okay. And the next is going to be your quantitative and data interpretation. That's going to be 30 questions. So 50% weightage is given for your quant and DI. So you have to be very, very careful. And the next is your logical reasoning, 15 questions. And the marking scheme is, yes, you have negative marks, 1/3 negative for every incorrect answers. Is it going to be 1 mark and 0.33, or is it going to be 3 marks and 1 mark? It doesn't matter. You just have to understand negative mark takes 1/3 of your score. That's all. So I think it's going to be 3 and 1, but either way, it doesn't matter. Okay. So that's all you need to understand. And the next thing is, let's say, for example, when it comes to your quant, I'm expecting the quant. See, whenever you see quant, you can, without a doubt, say you're going to have arithmetic, your algebra, your numbers, your geometry, the modern math as in your competition, combination, probability, and all that stuff. But I think they also are going to give importance to your statistics, your mean, median, mode, standard deviation, and all that. I think they are going to give importance to this as well, because one is a major in data science and the other is a minor in data science. So data science is based out of your statistics. So I think even the entrance exam is going to have statistics, but it's all speculations only, because we don't know the syllabus. They just said quant. It could be anything. Okay. Fine, guys. What else do we need to understand? And the exam fee. So the exam fee is going to be 3,000 for the admission test for the general EWS and NCOBC, and it's going to be 1,500 for SC, ST, and PWD candidates. Clear all of you guys here? Okay. Yes, we still have a lot of doubts. For example, the syllabus. Okay. Exam centers. What are the exam centers? Do we have it in Coimbatore? We have no clue. We'll have to wait and see. And based on my speculation, the number of people who would be planning to take up this test would be in the range of 15 to 20,000 in the entire country. Okay, my estimation is based on how IPMAT Indore worked. See, IPMAT Indore, it was 25, 28,000 across the country, but that was BBA plus MBA. But this is a BSc program. Yes, it's related to your business economics and data science, but still, this is a BSc. So I don't see a lot of people being enthusiastic as much as they would do in IPM program. So I'm expecting it to be 15,000 to 20,000 range. Let's say in the extreme, even if it is 20,000, 80 people are getting the seat. Even if it is 100, 20,000, 100, it's less than, it's 0.5% clearance rate. Okay. That happens. You'll have to live with it. Okay, guys, down the line, if there are any other updates and all that, I'll share it in the group as well. If possible, I'll also share it in the session. Clear all of you guys here? Fine, guys. Done then.